how do you process a lifetime of anxiety? Quit your job and go for an adventure.
See you later!
My name's Sam. I've got a rare genetic kidney disease called Alport syndrome. It causes hearing loss, eye abnormalities and kidney failure.
We can see that your kidney function is deteriorating quite fast.
Against all the odds, I've decided to try and cycle 10,000 kilometres around Europe to raise money for charity. Join me on my journey from off-road mountain biker to conscious living, skydiving, wild camping, bike touring, don't know what the hell I'm doing but starting to get the hang of it, I think, adventurer.
If you'd like to help me out, hit the subscribe button in the bottom right corner. I'll really appreciate it. Also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Scrap the Mask, and if you want to find out more about the campaign, click the link in the description. Let's go.
Free run. In last week's episode, I quit my job, met Alport UK and found out this adventure might not be everything I was hoping for. This week, I'm going to share with you how I became a skydiver. After a couple of years and a few cancellations, I found the perfect day to do my tandem skydive in 2011.
Have you got a windsock for that? Have you got a wind reducer?
No. Look at that nose. Nos.
I geared up in my Jamaican-style jumpsuit and was insanely excited that this day had finally arrived.
He's probably the only one there who isn't nervous.
Believe me, I was, but I did everything I could to look like I wasn't. As the door slid open and the cold, fresh air hit me, I don't think I'd ever felt so alive. We landed and straight away I knew I'd just been introduced to something very special that day.
It was mental.
Come on, first impressions.
Man, it's just those first couple of seconds. And then you can start shouting. It was awesome.
Do you enjoy it?
I want to do it on my own.
Oh, totally.
It's awesome.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, man.
Enjoy it, mate.
5 years later, I'd saved up enough money and found the right time to book an AFF course, otherwise known as Accelerated Freefall. A lot of people have asked me why I'm actually doing this, and to be honest, it hadn't really crossed my mind before. It's just because it's going to be fun. But I guess really, thinking about it now that it's nearer the time, the reason I'm doing it is because I've realised throughout my life I just need to challenge myself. It's not for anyone else, it's not to prove that I can do it to anyone else but myself. Jumping out of a plane on my own is obviously going to be fun, but it brings up a lot of challenges mentally and physically, which are challenges that I want to know that I can overcome, to not panic in a certain situation and that sort of thing. I just find that very intriguing, to test myself and push my limits. So these may be my limits. I might not pass the course, who knows? But the thing is, I'm willing to test it, I'm willing to try and see what happens. 4:30 in the morning, time to go skydiving. I said goodbye to these little hooligans and made my way to Coventry to meet my good friend Phil, and we travelled to Spain together. I've known Phil since I was 17, and he's by far the best mountain biker I know. If you want to see more of Phil's skills, you can check out his full edit amongst my other videos on my channel. So, as I was saying, the team at Freefall University picked us up, we checked into the accommodation and headed straight back out to Madrid Fly Indoor Skydiving Centre. I'd never been to a wind tunnel before, and it's quite intimidating when you first jump in. I was pretty stressed, uptight and tense to begin with. It's a great way to learn the basics before the real deal. After 10 minutes, I was starting to feel like I was getting the hang of it, and then we sat back to watch the pros show us how it's done.
It's 5 AM. We're trying to pay attention.
I don't know how you feel, but the realisation's actually just hit me.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Pretty nervous.
We got peaches on our breakfast.
Along with a bunch of other people on the course, we jumped in the van and made our way to the drop zone, just outside a small town called Ocaña. The place is huge. There's plenty of space to land in ploughed fields with loose dirt, and there's a relaxed atmosphere around the drop zone. The course involves a whole day of ground school, studying theory with emergency procedures and written tests at the end, before gearing up and getting ready to jump. For the first 3 jumps, we need to complete practice pulls to show that we can reach the toggle, remain altitude aware and maintain the correct body position. The main thing I was focused on at this stage was arching my back, which causes your belly to be the centre of gravity. And for the first time, I fell through the air unassisted. I arched as hard as I could and focused on my symmetry, but I also tried really hard to stay relaxed and very nearly lost it. Level 4, and it was time to jump with only one instructor. During freefall, we can only communicate using hand signals, so as we levelled off, Bryn let go and gave me the signal to relax, which didn't go too well at first, so we had another go and he gestured to relax again. This face is not relaxed. But after a couple of 360s, I really started to enjoy myself. I could feel my confidence growing with every jump, and I was really starting to relax into it. The daunting concept of hurtling towards the ground began to fade as I set my mind on doing basic manoeuvres. But I was also very conscious not to get ahead of myself. Welcome to the interlude. First of all, thanks for watching if you've made it this far. But also, while I give my porridge a quick zap, I wanted to let you know that I have a Patreon account. It's a platform where you have the opportunity to support me for as little as £1 a month to continue making this series. There are 5 different tiers that offer various perks for your support, and for the minimum donation, you get early access to each episode. The money will go towards editing software, plugins, hard drives, camera equipment, music, everything I need to help produce the series. appreciate your support, and thanks for watching. Let's crack on with the episode. Okay, so I'm just about to do level 6, and I am quite nervous. It's the first time jumping out of the plane without Bryn, the instructor, holding on to me. And yeah, let's see how it goes. First of all, I set myself up in the door facing the wrong way. Not the best start. Down on the ground before every jump, you make a plan. You run through the plan together and you're supposed to stick to it. At this point, the plan disappeared from my mind, and I soon realised I should never have done a second front flip. I continued with a couple more manoeuvres, but when I saw the look on Bryn's face, I could tell he wasn't happy. Then just to top it off, when I pulled my chute, I looked down and spun around. After a stern debrief, I passed. We jumped from 13,000 feet and it takes approximately 10 seconds to fall the first 1,000 feet. It then takes about 5 seconds to fall every 1,000 feet from there on. That's just a rough guide for belly flying, but speeds are much faster with free flying. Level 7 is the final test before you can skydive solo, and it was time to combine all the manoeuvres I'd learnt in previous jumps. I completed everything by 9,000 feet, so we had about 15 seconds to enjoy the view and celebrate. I pulled my chute at 6,000 feet, and as you can tell, I was pretty chuffed with my performance.
Okay, give me a wave if you're okay. So a little jump up and down. Let's Michael Jackson that. Let's MC Hammer that. Let's kiss the egg. Woo-hoo. Okay, so that's Sam Clark cleared to do his consoles.
Phil also passed the course, and to celebrate, sort of, we treated ourselves to an upgrade and booked a hotel room. Right, so here's the deal. We've just got into the hotel room and there's a single and a double bed. So it's rock, paper, scissors time. Come over here.
So
Ready?
1, 2, go.
On 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
No.
Yes! See that? Boom!
¿Te ha gustado otra cosa?
No, it's too fatty for me.
¿Sí?
Yeah.
¿Otra cosita? ¿Algo más?
No más, gracias. And now he's pissed off because he didn't eat his stupid bacon.
1, 2, 3.
While the Olympic creeper training trolley races took place,
I won.
did you know? And weird pots of tea were scraped to get ready for the next brew. I don't know, it was time for me to do my consoles, which are 10 jumps that consolidate everything I'd learned in the AFF course. This euphoric sense of freedom was growing on me big time. I had absolutely no idea that the sky could feel like such a playground, and this was just the beginning. Join me next week as I put my long-distance cycling to the test. Cycling long distances never even occurred to me during those days. My favourite memories for the King of Dirt competitions. Let's go. London to Brighton. I've got my gaffer cake and I'm gonna do it. I have got cramp in both legs so bad right now.